In this video, I'm going to show you how I created a cumulative probability distribution using bins. I will post a table with inflation-adjusted losses, these givens, different ones of course, and bins, and then you will have to fill in each one of these columns. It will be very similar to the example I'm showing here, just with different numbers. So let me show you how I created this. Again, these numbers are the givens. And I will also give you this and the headings. So these losses, keep in mind, have already been inflation adjusted. And what you'll need to do is count the number of losses first that fall into each one of these bins. So for example, the number of losses that fall into the $0 to $1,000 bin are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's why I put 8 in this cell. Then in the next grouping, the $1,001 to $2,000 bin, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's why I put 4 in this cell, and so forth. At the bottom here, I add each one of these up. You can see that this is the sum, I'll double click on this to highlight it, of the numbers of losses. So the total number of losses was 19, which is the same as the number down here. So in order to get the percentage number, you simply take the 8 divided by the 19. I just did plus G4 divided by 19 and copied down. The cumulative percentage is the total percent. Now keep in mind, these are ordered from the smallest losses to the largest losses. And so 42% of losses are smaller than 1,000. In order to get the second cumulative percentage, I simply add 42 plus 21, which tells me that 63% of losses are smaller than 2,000. And my Excel spreadsheet is 42 plus 21, and I can copy that down as well. And you should get 100% when you get to the bottom bin. So that will give you the cumulative percentages. The next column is dollar amounts. So this is the total dollar amount of all losses within that bin, which is also important because that helps you to determine expected severity. So you're simply going to add up the dollar amount of each of the losses that fall within that bin. And you can go back and look at this Excel spreadsheet to see how I did it. And again, you're going to take the total dollar amount here, which is the sum of this column, and you're going to divide the dollar amount in this column by the total dollar amount. In this case, I used $J, $9 so that it stayed the same as I copied down. The cumulative percentage is just like the cumulative percentage in the other column. So I of course start with 12.23, and then 29.8% of losses are actually under 2,000, which is the high end of these losses. And again, your last number should be 100%. 100% of losses are under 5,000. One question you might be asking while you're looking at this is, why are these percentages, both the percentage of number and cumulative percentage, and then the percentage of dollar amount and cumulative percentage, different? Because the way I was stating them, it sounds as though the number of losses in the 0 to 1,000 should be the same as the losses in 0 to 1,000. It makes sense that the 42%, which is the percentage of the number of losses, or 8, is a very high percentage because a large number of losses do fall in this low bin, this low range of 0 to 1,000. But because they're all small losses, they don't make up a significant severity of loss. In fact, because you have 5 in the 2001 to 3000 bin, and these are all larger, this is the largest individual percentage of dollar amount. You only have one loss in these two top bins, so while these are larger dollar amounts, they don't make up as significant a percentage of loss as the third category here. But notice that even though this is just one loss, it makes up 14.56% of the total severity of losses, just this one category, which is higher than the 8 losses in the 0 to 1000. So hopefully that clears up any questions you might have. So I will be posting a very similar Excel spreadsheet with everything given that is shown in yellow, and you will need to fill in all of these numbers. I'll post the table before the quiz opens. Filling in the table is not going to be timed, so you want to go ahead and get those numbers filled in before you actually open the quiz. And then you'll be answering questions, many of them related to the table that you fill in, which is similar to this table, on quiz 6. And that's it.